This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 5'8", 5'8". Mike, 49. Here we go, here we go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Breeze now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Let's go. Opposite.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Shrugs him off. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Good. Hey, alert 3.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 55 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
Let's go. Do it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Breeze. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Breeze. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Breeze going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Returnable for Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
36 power. Tighten up, tighten up. Run left. Undercrush.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Buying time to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, 0. 25.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Switch. Check nine.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Another try for Penny, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer. Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back
now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Double dog, that's the way. You kill.
Throwing now is Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Brees. Escaping the pressure. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Penny, a first down carry. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go, let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's been a long day for you. Good job right there. Good job right there. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the 16, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Show it in. Watch the safety creep. 19. Tight dog. Gun.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
And it's third down.
Ready? You ready? Right there. 54 Mike. And we got kill. Check. Lucky.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Over.
One final try here for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.